Hello, beauties. Just activating some Reiki. Reiki blessings, Reiki blessings. Let's get them all here. We can all use the good energy, all of the good energy. Am I right? Can I get a heaven? Yes. And we'll activate all that beautiful energy. It's here. It's here. Yes. Okay. Feeling complete, feeling whole. We're about to go way deeper into it. That was just a little sample, a little appetizer, if you will. An appetizer. I'm also gonna get the maybe the sound a little better here too, because I didn't hook that up already. Let's see if I can do this without knocking the phone completely. I should have done this before. Y'all, it's been one of those mornings, you know? Like, that's why I'm coming to you a few minutes late, but really in divine timing, right? All right. Trying to get this in here. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Y'all, somebody tell me if you can't hear me, or if you can. That would be super helpful. Meanwhile, try not to... Let's see. Oh my gosh. Can y'all hear me okay? Anybody? 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 Is anybody there? Y'all, it's a funky day. What can I say? So this is, you can hear me. Thank you, Gloria God. Blessings to you, sister. All right, so this is a crazy day. Y'all know this, right? This is June 14th, which I'm remembering, like, I had a really weird travel experience one June 14th. Many years ago in my childhood, but this is another strange June 14th. Strange because it is the second exact square of this year of Saturn in Aquarius and Taurus in, Uranus in Taurus and Saturn in Aquarius. And these energies are really potent. And like, this is just, it's big time. I'm still a newbie to the astrological learnings, a fresh student. With a lot of interest and a lot of passion. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, this is a very potent time for healing, for awakening, for letting go and releasing what no longer serves, and really welcoming in what serves love truly. So I wanted to start this live by expressing my intention, and my intention is for this to be a celebration of being alive right now, a celebration of being a human on earth, a celebration of the possibilities of what we can co-create together as human beings on earth at this very potent time in human history, in earth history, in galactic history, at this moment, this present moment now, what is possible. So this is a celebration, this is an offering, this is a thank you too. This is a thank you because people are finding me. People are finding me. People who need to be finding me are finding me. And I am super grateful for that and want to serve as much as possible in as many ways as possible, utilizing my gifts and talents to empower other people to utilize and share their gifts and talents, because we are all in this together, friends. We are all in this together. We all have amazing things to share. We would not be here otherwise. And me sharing my truth, my love, my gifts and talents to help empower you so that you can share your love, your gifts and talents, that creates balance. That creates a rich, diverse, balanced human ecosystem, because we are a part of nature too. Nature does her thing, making beautifully balanced ecosystems. And us as human beings, we can be doing this too, and really helping each other and helping each other align with nature, with the cycles of nature, and in a really harmonious way where we are all working together. We are all really grounded in this awareness of love. I'm going to turn on another light. I need more light, y'all. Oh my gosh. Y'all, it's going to be a good time today. So that's really bright. I don't know if I like that, but we're going to work with it for the moment. So my intention today is to do that, to share that my passion, my enthusiasm, my celebration of life right now, and hopefully share that with you all so that, you know, this will be an uplifting experience for you too. This will be an experience where you're like, yeah, this is an exciting time to be alive. Yes, I do have things to share. Yes, I am here for a reason. Yes, I can contribute in a loving way to creating what we want to create on earth, and letting fall away things that were like, you know, this is really like not going so well. How about we do this? You know, how about we be happy? How about we be healthy? How about we be working together and enjoying nature and enjoying our lives, and really coming to understand who we are and what it means to be human, and what is the highest possible expression of, you know, me as an individual, and also humans as, you know, a kind of being that you can be. So that is my intention, to hopefully get you stoked on being alive right now, because you are alive, and getting stoked on that really helps the experience of being alive, you know, kind of like make it a bit sweeter, a bit nicer, even in these times, you know, and flipping that perspective of, oh, these are really hard times to be alive, and like acknowledging, yes, like there is struggle, there is pain, there's stuff to be working through, but it's also really freaking exciting, potent time to be alive, and be making some changes, be making some reorganization. And we can do that really in a way of just doing it in our own selves, in our own lives, you know, taking care of what you actually can control, and withdrawing energy from like, like, what are all these people doing? And like, I need to like be copying them, or like, you know, resisting them, or anything like that. It's like, no, if we just each, you know, it's my belief, stepping into our own power, doing our own work, like that is a huge service. Then we can be of more service to other people. So that's my intention. And with that all said, we are gonna do a Reiki invocation. And some of y'all I know have been either in my Reiki class or received a Reiki session with me, or you've participated in the 40 days of Reiki. So y'all are like, yes, I know what that is. Been there, done that. But for those of you who may be watching this and you've never done a Reiki invocation, you've never experienced my Reiki invocations, just a bit about what that is. That is like a guided meditation experience that's very relaxing, and I'm calling in the Reiki healing energy. And that energy is going directly to you according to your free will. So if you're like, don't really want this Reiki energy, don't really know what this Reiki energy is, like, is that like bad energy? You're not gonna get any, but like you can listen to a nice guided meditation, like channeled experience that will be relaxing to you. But if you're like, give me the Reiki energy, I want all the Reiki energy, you will receive as much as, you know, you can hold. Thank you, Priscilla, for being here and your nice comments. I think I'm funny too. This is something I'm allowing to come forward. The humor is really nice right now. It's like, it's always nice, but like being able to be laughing and like playful during these times, that really like can transmute things a lot. Yes, you want all the Reiki energy. Yes, so we will get right into that. I'm going to call that in. Don't know how long it's going to last, like not using a paper, like it's just going to be coming through. Y'all can get comfortable. Y'all can like lay down if you want. You can be seated. Yeah, and we'll just enjoy. So y'all get comfy first. And I will call y'all back too. Like I will let y'all know as I end. Those of you who are familiar know I usually end in kind of a similar way, but yes, I will just be talking for a while, allowing to come through whatever needs to come through. And what's nice about the channeled invocations too, it's really like tapping into the energy of this group. So this group that is here live now, but also what's so cool about like Reiki, it's really across time and space. So it's going to be appropriate for anyone who is watching this after the fact, like at any time. So really across time and space, we're doing this quantum healing, and that's so much of what this astrological time is about. So y'all go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes, get comfortable. Take some deep breaths. Turn your awareness inward. Turn your awareness inward, inside. What is going on inside? Notice there is a breath breathing in your body. There's air coming in, air coming out. And Reiki now is coming in on the breath. Reiki's coming in on the breath, and it's flowing out through the breath too. Reiki enters in on the breath, the inhalation. And Reiki is exhaling and leaving and flowing out as the breath leaves the body. And knowing that this process is continuing each time you're breathing. Reiki in, Reiki out. Good energy in, good energy out. Love in, and love out. No matter how fast or slow you're breathing, the Reiki's coming in on the breath, and the Reiki is also flowing out on the breath. You may notice now too, there's a heart beating in your body. That heart is beating, that beautiful heart of yours is beating. So strong, so pure, so full of love. And with every beat of your heart, Reiki is being sent throughout all parts of your body and recycling itself, mixing with that beautiful air, that breath that's filled with Reiki also. They're recycling and exchanging with one another all kinds of beautiful energy, all the beautiful frequencies of Reiki, all the beautiful highest frequencies that Reiki helps us tap into. Those are cycling and recirculating in your own physiology, your own human technology. All the blood vessels, the veins, the arteries, the capillaries, circulating in your beautiful blood, reaching all parts of your body, even the tiniest parts, nourishing the cells of your body with Reiki, mixing with the air and energizing and refreshing all the parts and corners of your body, the nooks and crannies. The air and the blood are just nourishing all the nooks and crannies, being filled with the Reiki energy, being filled with love, pure, unconditional, omnipotent, omnipresent love, unconditional love, filling all parts of your body, with the most beautiful light, with the most beautiful, highest frequencies, purifying the body, purifying all the nooks and crannies and the spaces of the body, and creating more space inside the body, more space inside the body to be holding and storing and moving and transmuting and transforming and sharing and radiating light, radiating the most high expressions of love, of light energy, of unconditional love. This space is created inside your body to be doing all of that all the time, across time and space. More space across time and space for more unconditional love, ever greater frequencies and embodiment in your human form of unconditional love across time and space. Going backwards in time to you in those places in your life or even before this life where some healing is needed, where some love is needed, where Reiki is needed. Reiki's going there backwards in time. Healing, clearing, restoring, purifying, all the way back in time. Taking care of anything that needs to be taken care of according to your free will. Releasing and letting go of anything that is not serving your highest good now. Releasing and letting go of anything that is not serving the highest good of others. Releasing, letting go, and healing into the light. Anything that is not for the highest good of all beings. This is being healed and cleared and lifted up into the light where it can be restored, rejuvenated, refreshed, and transmuted into unconditional loving awareness, unconditional love. And in this present moment now, Reiki flowing in on the breath, Reiki flowing out on the breath. Reiki flowing with each heartbeat to all the spaces of the body. And now Reiki really flowing into the space around you in this now moment, into your energy field, into all the spaces of your aura, your energy body, the space around your body that is also part of your body, that is part of your being. It's cleansing and purifying and creating space in your aura, in your energy field. The power of love is circulating through your aura, your energy field. The power of the divine mind is circulating through your aura, your energy field, clearing, cleansing, purifying, empowering, enlightening you. The power of the pure heart, the divine heart, is circulating, is cleansing, is purifying, is nourishing all parts of your energy body, your energy field. The light of the divine earth moves through your entire aura, your entire energy field, grounding you, connecting you to Mother Earth, dropping in all previous mastery that may be available to you, dropping in the highest expression of your unique gifts and talents, and activating them now to be shared with yourself, others, and the world across time and space, backwards, forwards, sideways, now, in all the directions possible. And now breathing in the holy fire, the light of unification, consciousness, oneness, holistic, holy. Your body, mind, soul, and spirit becoming whole, becoming one. Your authentic self being revealed. It is there already, and the holy fire reveals it to you, layer by layer by layer of what no longer serves, being released into the light to be healed. And that authentic self, your bright light inside of goodness, of love, that is being revealed, that is being exposed, that is being shown to you now across time and space, backwards, forwards, sideways, in all directions. And the holy fire burns through those layers of the culturally created self, the dormant self, bringing healing to all the parts of you that may need some healing. Healing into the light any aspects of the unhealthy ego that are being ready to be released, to be liberated from you at this time. The holy fire breathes in this light of the unification consciousness. You are becoming one. You are becoming whole. You are becoming aware of your sacred part in the larger whole of humanity, human existence. You are becoming aware of your sacred part, your sacred role in the whole of Mother Earth, the Earth Mother's larger ecosystem of nature, of which we are a part. You are a part. You have a sacred part, a sacred role that only you can accomplish. And that's why you came here. And you are remembering this now, what it is you are here to do, and you are receiving the energy and the empowerment to be doing that now, so that the earth, so that humanity can recognize its innate, its natural wholeness, its natural oneness, its natural state of unification, of peace, of harmony, of unconditional love. And breathing in now, we're breathing in the karuna, the compassionate action, the divine light of compassion flows in on the breath. The divine light of grace flows in on the breath. Healing into the light anything that needs to be let go, anything that needs to be released right now that is not serving the highest good. By the divine light of grace, it is being healed into the light right now across time and space. And in comes the divine light of forgiveness. Whatever needs to be forgiven, not necessarily approved of or condoned, but forgiven for this greater liberation to take its place. The divine light of forgiveness allows this to be so, allows this liberation to take place, this liberation from grudges, from hard feelings, from feeling betrayed or taken advantage of or violated. The divine light of forgiveness goes in and brings this liberation, this empowerment, this remembrance that, ooh, I am in my power. I do have this free will. I do have this choice. I remember my choice. I remember that I can set the boundaries and have the energetic boundary. And as I resonate more at unconditional love, this will get easier in time. How to navigate this dual realm that we are in, becoming non-dual realm. And now in comes more of this compassion, more of this grace, more of this forgiveness. Healing and clearing anything that no longer serves, and empowering DNA activation, cellular memory, all the good ones coming back, all the ones that are needed now coming back, coming online. The help from non-physical beings that may be needed right now. This is coming in. Your fairy godmother. anyone who you are needing from these higher realms who are already very enlightened, who are one in the light. These most high divine helpers, they are available now across time and space. And now the hearth, the family healing is coming into across time and space. The family traumas and dramas are being released and healed. And the activation of new, unconditionally loving, healthy patterns are coming into your body, into your memory of how to do this, how to navigate, how to create the family dynamics that are actually healthy and loving and integrated and serving love, unconditional love. And now grounding in all this energy into the body, becoming the channel, the conduit for the divine. Still very much in your body, still very much connected. The human spirit and the divine spirit merged. The central channel cleared. And now coming in like a fan, this energy that is just clearing anything out that no longer serves. And activating all the space of the divine mind coming through right now. Anything that is not truth being healed and cleared into the light. And the clear seeing being activated right now. The clear seeing, the space in the mind. Anything that's just taking up real estate and is not serving love. This is going into the light to be cleared, to be healed. And you are receiving your divine mind back. Your instincts, your intuition, your guidance, your direction, your knowing. All of this is coming back. These higher abilities that you have different ways of having these higher abilities. And this remembrance and this embodied remembrance and application is coming back right now. And also now these burdens are just being lifted. This backpack of stones you've been carrying around, this is being lifted. This is being lifted. And actually the backpack of stones is turning into backpack of magical crystals that you can use and have a lot of fun with. These are treasures. These are treasures to be shared in a very, very healthy, highest expression of love kind of a way. And you're remembering now how to use them. How the stones that are weighing you down can actually become the magic crystals for your own healing and the highest good of yourself, others, in the world. This is happening. The backpack is being transmuted into its highest expression. So that it's not this regurgitation of old patterns that do not serve. Instead, it is this fresh and original new life of new higher order patterns that serve unconditional love, that serve you, the highest good of all. And now entering the third eye, peace, 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 the divine light of peace, really activating like a keyhole, a key into your intuition, like the keyhole of your intuition, being inserted into your third eye, unlocking that door, activating that pineal gland, again welcoming these intuitive abilities, all of these abilities, these sensitivities, and welcoming in the divine light of harmonic creation so that you are able to stay sensitive and open and still navigate life as it is. Navigating this external world that's not always super easy as a very sensitive person. Divine light of harmonic creation comes in and takes care of this. In many different beautiful ways and frequencies of nature. The flower of healing, the earth star chakra, earth star chakra, earth star chakra, starlight, starlight, starlight. Sea star, sea star, sea star, tree breath, tree breath, tree breath. Sun catcher, sun catcher, sun catcher. Rainbow mountain, rainbow mountain, rainbow mountain. Clear moon, clear moon, clear moon. The divine light of harmonic creation, making it so that you can stay fully sensitive, fully open, and still function with the world not changing, other than you just changing in the world, which is in fact changing the world. The more of us who become sensitive and aware and open, the more this world will be conducive to all of us being sensitive, aware, and open. And this place is looking a lot like heaven on earth, like paradise, like really, really nice place to be. And now to really calling that in right now. Yeah, let's call that in right now. Let's call that in right now. Healing the human race. Yes, healing the human race. Healing the human race. This frequency can heal the human race. We are tapping into this frequency that can heal the human race, making it so that we are at peace, we are in harmony, we are in love with one another. And we are all, our thoughts, our words, our deeds are all aligned with the highest good of all. We're calling that in right now. Breathing that in. Welcoming that in into our own bodies, into our own consciousness. Embodying this consciousness in our bodies, in the physical human form, and creating this on earth, into reality, into this material world. Moving it breath by breath, heartbeat by heartbeat, thought by thought, word by word, deed by deed, into this vibration of harmonic creation with nature, harmonic co-creation with nature, into this vibration of unification consciousness, of unity consciousness, into this vibration of unconditional love, where these higher frequencies are the reality. These higher frequencies are the norm. These higher frequencies are the mainstream. These higher frequencies are available to everybody. And you are fully empowered. And in your empowerment, you empower others to be empowered. And we are all in our power together, empowered together to co-create more love on this planet, with this planet, whose spirit is one of unconditional love, unconditional generosity, unconditional abundance, unconditional beauty, unconditional truth, unconditional freedom. And she's shining, she's blasting that light right now. Just receive it now. Receive it now into your energy field. She's sharing it with us. Coming up through the feet. Is coming up through the feet, the soles of the feet. Whether they're on the ground or the floor, you're laying down, doesn't matter. It's coming in. Her bright light is very bright. It's very green, yellow, blue, all the colors. And colors, we are not normally seeing. It's these colors too. Coming in through the feet, up through the legs, the ankles, the knees, the calves, the quads, the hips, spiraling around in those hips, clearing things out. Up the central channel, the root, the pelvic bowl, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart center, the throat chakra, the third eye, the crown, all the energy centers, the entire central channel, and all the body, the whole body. It's all coming up and it's all emanating out from that central channel in that direction too. And from that direction it's going into the entire energy field, your entire aura, the field of energy that is surrounding you. And it's circulating, it's spinning, it's spiraling. This energy is spiraling, this energy of the divine earth. Oh, thank you, Mother Earth. This feels very, very nice. It's really, really helpful. Really, really helpful right now. Cleansing and nourishing and purifying. Filling us with the love, this energy that we need to be doing what we need to be doing here. Getting on with things, seeing the truth, expressing our truth, and expressing and embodying our life purpose, treating ourselves with kindness, treating others with kindness, being generous with ourselves, with others, understanding the abundance that is within us is equal to the abundance that is around us, and that abundance is actually infinite, and that abundance within us is also infinite. Just breathe that in. Breathe in. That abundance of unconditional love and helpful resources, that is there. That is yours. That is inside you. And that is all over, all throughout the earth in lots of different forms. And that's available to you. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Earth Mother. Thank you, Earth Mother. Thank you, Earth Mother. Thank you, Ascended Earth. Thank you, Ascended Earth. Thank you, Ascended Earth. May we together create heaven on earth. May we together, as humans, bring about your highest expression. I know you're wanting us to do this. We can do it. Say yes. We say yes to this. We say yes to heaven on earth. The divine light of heaven on earth embodied. Thank you, Mother Earth, for this gift. Thank you to all the beings who are here supporting this process, for sharing their energy, for sharing their clear seeing, for sharing all of this divine light, all of this unconditional love. Thank you for creating this sacred container for us to connect virtually across time and space. This is very helpful right now. Very, very helpful. Thank you for helping us to tap into this quantum healing technology of our own bodies, of being together online, of being humans on Earth right now, of being galactic citizens. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for this blessing of human life. Thank you for this blessing of human life on Earth. Thank you for all the gifts, all the many gifts. Everything is a gift. Thank you for all of these gifts. Thank you for the gift of my breath. Thank you for the gift of my life. Thank you for the gift of loving awareness. Thank you for the gift of presence. Thank you. I love you. As a child of God, I claim my power and purpose. As a servant of God, I demand that all darkness leave me and all who are present immediately. Into the light be healed. Into the light be healed. Into the light be healed. I ask that Archangel Michael place me and all who are present in his blue bubble of protection against all darkness. I ask that we each be placed inside the holy fire of flame, of protection, of purification, of cleansing, of empowerment, of remembrance, of this divine perception, seeing and experiencing reality as it truly is, seeing through the illusion, and seeing the truth of ourselves, our lives in the world, and of each other. This would be most helpful right now. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Thank you, mahalo, gracias. Y'all can start coming back as you're ready. Bringing awareness to your eyes, to your breath, to your body, to this beautiful human body you get to live in and perceive in and experience it, the senses of. How are y'all feeling? Let me know in the comments. Priscilla says, wow, thank you. Your words gave me so many goosebumps. Thank you for sharing that, Priscilla. I always take goosebumps as a very good sign. I love it. It's like, oh, it's like an indication, you know, that something very, very real, something very magical, something, you know, a synchronicity is happening. Like something is really happening. The goosebumps are just like, you know, a truth. It's like, whoa, okay. Yeah, Megan Marie Connor says, thank you. Nomi Conkler. Is that how you say your name, Nomi? Or is it different? I feel high on life. Thank you. Yes, y'all are so welcome. Y'all are absolutely so welcome. Like, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure for me to be offering this because, like, everything I'm sharing, I'm receiving. That is the beauty of Reiki. It's this beautiful equal exchange, y'all. Like, it's really, it's infinite. It's quantum. It has helped me so much as an empath, as a sensitive being, navigate the world as an empath and sensitive being. I was talking to my friend about this last night because I've always been like very intuitive emotionally and like, you know, knowing how others are feeling and what they may want from me and like feeling like I need to just do that. And now, like, since having Reiki this last year and 9 months, it's really helped me just be like, actually, I need to like not do that. Like, I knew I didn't need to be doing that, but it was like, what do I do instead? And like, how do I stop doing it? So now having this direct connection, this attunement, this placement to this infinite energy source, which we're all connected like that. But having a Reiki attunement or placement, it's like, it's bam, you know, it's like really there for sure. And it can help, like, for me, it's connected me back into the fact that I am connected like that. Because it was like so much like crap. You know, these layers of density, these layers of untruth, these layers of, you know, what the culture may want from me or expect from me, these layers of what society may want from me or expect from me, these, you know, all the programs, the educational programs, the socialization programs, you know, anything, you know, we get a lot of information telling us who we are and like what our limitations are and like what we're capable of, and it's like just this, and it's not, right? And so this builds up these dense layers on top of, you know, the core of who we are, which is authentic. You know, the authentic self is unconditional love, is connected to all that is, you know, whether you call that God or the universe or creation or source or whatever, you know, it doesn't matter to me what you call it, you know, all it's just that feeling of that connection to something much greater. It could be nature too. So Reiki really reactivates that in a very tangible, palpable, embodied way. And, you know, it's helped me stop, you know, just like, you know, trying to help others through my finite energy, like just the energy of my ego. Now, the energy of my ego, Reiki continues to do so. I'm not like, oh, all the unhealthy parts of my ego are now healed. There are no more. That's not what I'm saying, but Reiki has healed a lot of those unhealthy parts of my ego, and it continues to do so the longer I work with it. And in doing so, it also heals and empowers it. Like, by healing the unhealthy parts, it's like empowering the healthy parts, and then the healthy parts of my ego, which I need. We all need our egos, is my belief, to be in, you know, this body as humans. You know, we have these personalities for a reason. We have certain gifts and talents and preferences and thoughts and beliefs for a reason, you know, the true ones, the healthy ones. And so it's like empowering the healthy parts of the ego, which is equals, you know, the authentic self, and or the higher self, you could say. But I like the authentic self because that's super like in the body, whereas higher self can still be kind of like oh, it's something, you know, that's like up there and like different from me. Whereas authentic self is like, it's in here and we're just like peeling away layers so that that authentic self is like the dominant frequency. It's the one that's running the show instead of, you know, unhealthy old like subconscious patterns, you know, shadow aspects, repressed feelings, stuff like that. So tapping into this infinite energy source, now that healthy aspects of my ego are serving the infinite energy source and using the infinite energy source in everything I do, which is then, you know, giving more energy to my ego, the healthy aspects of my ego, and is allowing, it's like my work is like so much of a higher level now, because it's not just like Tay's finite energy holding space for someone else and like, you know, sending my own energy to heal. It's like I'm tapping into the infinite so that, you know, that is the energy that's doing the healing, which can do way more healing than, you know, Tay's little limited, you know, infinite, finite source. So that's super, super helpful. Enzyme 333 says, so it's more of a macro energy from the ethereal fields. That's just what I'm getting. Yeah, it's like, it's infinite. Like, it's infinite. It's endless. It is a non-physical energy in that, like, most of us can't see it, or you know, we can perceive it, we can often feel it, but it's, you know, it's like microwaves or radio waves where like we're not seeing them, but obviously, you know, you're watching the food in the microwave. Hopefully you're not doing this. Hopefully you're not microwaving your food. But, you know, you put food in the microwave, you're not seeing anything happens, but like your food is cooked, right? Reiki is a similar thing where, you know, it's non-physical energy, but like, you know, you do a distant Reiki session, or you do like what we just did, the Reiki invocation, where like you guys were feeling something. Like tell me, were you feeling things? What were you feeling? What were you feeling when we did the Reiki invocation, those of you that were here? Different people report different things, so I'd love to hear, you know, what you were feeling. But yeah, typically people are feeling relaxed. You know, Priscilla was saying she was feeling chills. I know when I'm like calling in the energy, like I was talking about it coming up through the feet, like that's what I was feeling. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna say that it's coming up through the feet next. Like it was like, no, like that's where it's at. You know, now it's coming up the body, you know, it's coming up the body through the central channel, and then it's coming out like this. And what's cool about Reiki, so it's non-physical energy as far as like three-dimensional is maybe concerned. But like you can feel it. People are feeling it. Even like pretty dense people who may not be on a super spiritual path are usually feeling it in some way. You know, they're feeling relaxed, they're feeling calm. A lot of people are like seeing colors, having visions. That can happen. Heat, feeling of being really hot, of being really cold. Involuntary movements also happen too. Totally passing out. That also is happening. Like these are all physical manifestations of a non-physical energy. So it gets really kind of like trippy. It gets really, really trippy. And then, so like you could even think about like the visions, like that is actually, you're starting to really perceive the non-physical, you know, and this is like clairvoyance. It's like seeing energy. But there's clair, like everything, you know, there's clairaudience. So like hearing things that most people are not hearing. It might be like a different tone, for example. Or just like hearing the voices of plants, of nature, of other beings, your guides. And what's really cool is your mind, like, you know, I'm always like, divine mind, divine mind. That's one of the Reiki 2 symbols is divine mind. Those of you with Reiki 2, get on that one. Get on that one. You know which one I'm talking about. That's the mental emotional symbol that most people are like, whatever. But y'all, that one is gold, okay? That one is gold because what it's doing, it's like so that your thoughts like are divine thoughts. Like it's clear thoughts. It's like your God, like these other enlightened beings, they are the ones who are like coming through your mind, and you can like be aware of that, and your thoughts can be more aligned with love, with unconditional love, rather than, you know, the kind of fear, propaganda and programming and that kind of thing, the mistruths, the false truths, that kind of thing, things that just aren't, you know, aren't love. Okay, if it's not love, it's not truth. It's illusion. And divine mind, really, this symbol and this frequency really like clears that up, making it super helpful for navigating these times. Yeah. So there's, I was talking about clairaudience, there's clairsentience, like clear knowing. There's the clairvoyance, of course, everyone hears about that, wants that one. That one's cool. That one's cool. And I just say that so casually. It is. And it's got this unexpected dimension to it, where it's not what I've experienced, at least. You know, earlier in my journey, I was seeing like sparks around people. I was like, oh, that's like fairies. Or I could see when someone had a good idea, it would be like a flash or like a blue light. Or I still see this often. Which is awesome. And then, you know, sometimes I was seeing auras. I was like trying to see auras too, because I was like, that's really cool. So trying to see auras, and, you know, then it kind of happening sometimes. And that stuff's all great. But what I like that. I don't want to like discount that. But what I'm also seeing now is like the clear seeing. Clairvoyance is clear seeing. It's like seeing the truth. Seeing the highest potential in other people, seeing, you know, the gifts of nature all around us, seeing that this so-called problem is actually a great blessing. It's like a more subtle level. Megan Marie Connor says, if it's not love, it's not truth. Is the opposite true? If it is love, it is truth. I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Unconditional love is the truth. But then we get into a different conversation of kind of like absolute versus relative reality, and can get kind of trippy. But yeah, love being like this, what I imagine and kind of empower myself is to be in this force field of like clear seeing. This is what I was activating too in the invocation, is like to be in this force field of the holy fire, which is this highly conscious Reiki energy that is helping me see the truth, which is helping me see the love, which is helping my vibration like resonate at the frequency of unconditional love. And it's also like, if I'm hearing something, right, in reality, I'm hearing somebody talk about something and it's making me feel not love, it's making me feel like afraid, or it's not even like making me feel afraid a lot of times now is what I'm experiencing. It's just like popping into my head like, oh, this is a story he believes. You know, it's not the truth. It's just a story he believes. Okay. You know, and then it's like, oh, is that serving love? Well, for me, it's not. You know, I'm not going to believe it. For him, maybe it is serving love. Who am I to judge that? You know, it's like this discernment compass, this, you know, is something serving love or not? Then yeah, if it is serving love, I'm going to tune into that. That's what I'm interested in empowering. Yeah. And again, not in a spiritual bypass kind of way. Like, not like, oh, it's all, you know. Look at my shadow behind me. See, that is there. That is there. That is there. Yeah, truth is subjective. In relative reality, kind of. Absolute reality, it's objective. But like, that's the path. That's the whole path, you know, the entire spiritual path, which many people have, you know, different ways of getting there and understanding, you know, rising to that ability to see all. You know, that's the path. That's the like the long game of the long game. So yeah, that is Reiki. I mean, there's cool stuff there's so much I could say about it. If y'all have other questions. Yeah, I would say our journey are unique, but they're all going toward the same light. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. And that's really one of my favorite parts about Reiki is understanding, yeah, all the paths are, everyone's where they need to be on the path too. Like trusting that. And, any path practiced with humility and with discipline and with sincerity can be a good path. Can really be a good path. Yeah. And I feel like compassion and connection with anyone, regardless of what path they're on, too. Like if they're, in a certain religion or not, if they're, subscribing to a certain, like, spiritual path, like they wouldn't consider themselves religious. Like I love and honor and respect that. I love, honor, and respect people who identify more as like agnostic or atheist or, and some of those maybe being like aligned with science and evolution and seeing that as, reality and as truth. Like that's, who am I to judge, Who am I to judge? I have compassion. I have a lot of compassion because it's confusing. It can be confusing here, right? This is why it's like a lot of people confused, and really just asking for, like, simplifying it down to this love thing has been really, really helpful. And asking again and again to this, higher power, to these, to God, to the universe, to creation, to Earth Mother, to help me in this discernment of truth, to help me in this cultivation of love. That's a really nice blessing. Yeah. I'm gonna drink some Mother Earth juice right now. This is celery juice. Do y'all have any other questions who are here? Oops, sorry. We got a rickety setup today. So I have some questions from other people who submitted them, but if y'all have questions, y'all can drop them in the chat. I'm so grateful I found you in your account. Me too, Priscilla. Y'all, just so you know, I do holistic health coaching sessions. I do Reiki sessions at a distance, so like we don't need to be touching. It works just fine. It works amazing. And then I also teach Reiki classes, and it's awesome. It's amazing. I just did my first one online, and people had really phenomenal experiences, myself included. There's a whole bunch of, I have a reel now of like testimonials that I'll continue to add to as my students give more testimonials. But that's fabulous. I'm teaching Reiki 1 and 2 and Master in September, and September and November. So if y'all are interested, that's a really cool thing. That's what I'm offering. And, oh my gosh, let me see if I can figure out how to do this. This is like what fancy people on Instagram do. No, I can't. Okay. I was going to put this link because I do, now I can't get rid of the chat. I'll just put a heart. Okay, anyways, so there is a way to put a link, but I don't know how to do it. But I have an email that I go out, I send out to my list that some of y'all might be on. Every week I'm doing free Reiki things. I'm doing free like distant Reiki share where we do an invocation like what we did. We have some talk and we actually share. So people on the Reiki share with Reiki will be sending Reiki. And those of you that have not had Reiki attunements, you will be instructed on what to do. So it's a really cool opportunity to get some free good energy and have more direct experience of like, what is this stuff? Is it for me? Is this helpful? There's that, and I'm also doing group Reiki healings every other week. So it's either a distant Reiki share or a group Reiki healing. And those, I'm whipping out master techniques that I use in my one-on-one sessions. So it's like pretty epic, the healing that's available there. And y'all can sign up for that. The link is in my bio. I'll put it in my stories too, and I'll put it like below this. I'll put it a bunch of places. So y'all get on that list. It's good stuff, all the time. Every week I'm offering something. So wanted to say that. And then, yeah, we had a question from someone. If y'all have questions, I see Megan says, how's Hawaii? I'm not in Hawaii. I'm not in Hawaii. I left Hawaii May 25th, actually, because I'm my intention, y'all, this is a great intention. I think it's great. My healthy ego thinks it's a great intention, is I surrender to God's love, and like really meaning that, and really like surrendering my life to God, surrendering my life to being in loving service, surrendering my life to going where I'm needed to go help people who are asking for my help. And you know what that's looking like is someone asked me to help them, so I'm gonna do that, and the help is needed in Florida, so I'm gonna go do that. And it's something I've been like calling in this kind of thing for a long time, like since 2016. I was a health coach then. I've been a health coach, you know, since 2015, and a yogi, and you know, loving to make food for people. And then now I'm having the ability to do energy healing as well. So I've always wanted to do these like in-home retreats for people. And, you know, it kept being like, like I want to do it. And, you know, not doing it. But finally I've been asked to do it. I'm like, yeah. And it's at the beach in Florida. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And she's, you know, the energy exchange is very generous. I'm like, and I know her and she's lovely. So like, yeah, I'll go live with you and make all your raw vegan food, and, you know, share with you, like really customize a holistic healing, like in-home retreat experience, where I'm giving all my skills, you know, whatever is needed, whether it's, you know, daily yoga or Reiki, or, you know, Reiki attunements, Reiki class, whatever is needed during that period. So I'm going to be doing that in July. And I also wanted to visit my friend Tina, who that's where I'm staying in Northern California on her property. And we actually went to a really cool festival called One Love in Arizona. She picked me up, and then like a day later we went on a road trip to a festival, and like it was so much fun, y'all. Like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was all like music and yoga, and we learned tapping there, EFT. Oh my gosh, y'all, that stuff is really good too. And then we just had a lot of fun. Like, Tina's on it. Yeah, Tina in the house. Yeah, we had so much fun at One Love. And then we came back to her property and we did a live together. And yeah, we've been hanging out and like hiking and going to restaurants and cafes and getting raw food and making raw food, and, you know, just really like heart connecting and dreaming together and stuff. Like, we are soul sisters. So it's been a super pleasure. And every day in my journal, I'm writing how grateful I am to be here. So yeah, life is feeling very magical and very surrendered. And so I am not, you know, I'm not in Hawaii now. It's basically the answer to that question. You know, my journey has taken me away from Hawaii at this time. Will I be back? Yes. When? I don't know. And then like beyond, July, actually one of my Q&A questions was, will I be at Woodstock in August this summer? I actually don't know. So I asked the Woodstock organizers if I offered to give, you know, free, like complimentary Reiki group healings and talks and stuff on Reiki, and on energy healing, energy work, and, you know, they're gonna see in the schedule if they want me to come and do that. Yes, these are my nails. Tina's cueing me to show my nails. We painted them last night like the rainbow. So they go this way. It's like, meow. Can y'all see? I can't get my hand like this. Tina and I were being so weird last night. We're like, can you see my nails? Really cool. She has a really cool nail polish collection. And I was like, yeah, for the live, you know, we're putting on all the glitter. We're doing the rainbow nails. And this one is glittery too. Can y'all see that? The lighting is funky. But yeah, that one's glittery. This one's a little glittery too. But yeah, we did nails. So anyway, about Woodstock, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going. I've been to Woodstock, y'all. 2015, I volunteered. 2016, I was like a lead in the kitchen under Chef Alicia. 2017, I took off because I was being a Buddhist nun then. 2018, I went after being a Buddhist nun, and I was actually paid. Was I paid that year? No, I think I volunteered that year. With my friend Bunny making cinnamon rolls. And then in 2019, I was actually paid to like do stuff in the kitchen. And yeah, basically last year I was not sure if I was gonna go or not. And then when it was canceled, I was like, shoot, I really want to go. But yeah, this year I want to go. I would love to go. But I'm feeling like I need to go in loving service if I go. And, you know, if they allow me to be giving Reiki talks and group healings for people, because I think this is something that would be really valuable in the vegan and raw vegan community. I mean, it has been so far, because a lot of my clients and my students, they're vegan, raw vegan, they're finding a lot of benefit, or they're aspiring to be vegan or raw vegan. So I'm hoping they will say yes. You know, you can come and do some activities with the people at the festival. And if they do say yes, I will go, of course. But I'm not attached to this either way. That's the thing. It's like, I would like it to go. It would be popular. Well, if y'all want it, let them know. Let them know you'd be interested in having me teach Reiki there and give healings. That's how they're gonna like let me do it, I think, is because they probably are not sure, you know, if the people would like it or not. But my sense is that yes, they will. Like, so, but yeah, I'm super surrendered. But if y'all want Reiki, me to be sharing Reiki and energy healing with y'all at Woodstock, let Ann Osborne know, let Yulia know. You know, y'all can DM them on the Woodstock Fruit Festival Instagram. Let them know you'd like to learn Reiki from me. You know, Taylor Norris at Joyful Raw Life. So I would love to go there and hang out and like meet some of y'all that I haven't met before. That's one of my favorite parts about Woodstock is, you know, meeting new fruity friends and also meeting friends that like I know online and I haven't yet met in person. So yes. All right, y'all have any other questions? I saw some other comments. Yeah, Enzyme 333 was saying he's gonna go over the border if you can hit Woodstock. Yeah. Yes. Megan's saying she's in Santa Barbara. We have ecstatic dances on Wednesday and Saturday. Cool. I don't know how far that is from here. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be here. Probably till end of the week or Sunday. I'm still like undecided. Everything's in flow, y'all. It's like, what? I'm riding this out. It's crazy astrological energy. I mean, I've been talking about this in some of my posts. There's a feeling, I don't know if y'all are feeling this, of like groundlessness, of like instability, things shifting, and you know, needing to decide like where to land and what's serving love, what needs to fall away, what needs to be empowered, and a lot of shifts coming in. You know, it's a energy of being shaken up, and yeah, that is happening. So I had another question because we were on the topic of like spiritual things. I wanted to address this one. He says, I feel like my third eye opens more when I fast, and fruit gives me energy at times when I don't need it, or it creates static, especially with clarity. And he was wondering if I experienced it too. And I asked him a bit more about the static. And he said, like, excess physical energy I need to burn off and move out or expel. I eat fruit to stay in the safe zone with binging. Fruit can help orient reality, and then I don't go too deep into feelings of depression, rage, and survival fear. he also says he doesn't go too deep into feelings of bliss or loss of control because he no longer has anything to plan for or do to survive. So I think this was a very interesting comment and question, and definitely when fasting, whether that's water fasting or juice fasting, juice feasting, cleansing, doing a mono fruit experience, even doing like a low fat, raw vegan lifestyle, doing like a fruitarian lifestyle. These are all like gradations of, lightness. And I think I have felt my third eye open a lot when I fast, but y'all, it can be super open when not fasting. And often what I've observed in myself is when I have spiritual, like quantum upgrades and leaps in how sensitive I am, I often get drawn back to some heavier food within raw vegan, because it's like, whoa, I'm so activated right now. Like I need something to ground out. So I think it's really, again, using discernment. What serves love? Does fasting serve love right now? Yes or no? Does a juice cleanse serve love right now? Yes or no? Does eating mono fruit serve love right now? Does being fruitarian serve love right now? Does doing like a low fat raw vegan 80-10-10 style serve love right now? Does eating more gourmet, like a higher fat raw vegan, serve love right now? Through any level of dietary spectrum. And I think that answer is different for different people at different times. So a juice cleanse may be serving love right now, but it wasn't last week. And it won't be 3 months from now, or whatever. Like, we're changing, our environments are changing, but it's possible to have. I've met healers with third eyes open, and they are not even close to a water fast or fruitarian or raw vegan. Like, extremely psychic women, especially, who are eating more conventional diet or completely conventional diet. Or I've had teachers and healers I've worked with who are like pescatarian. They're eating a lot of processed food, still eating fish and seafood. They're like, my guides don't like when I eat poultry or meat, but like for some reason, their guides are like, yes, fish and seafood's okay, and they're going with that. I have another teacher who I'm pretty sure, she's omnivore, she's eating everything, and but she's not eating gluten. Like, that's her thing, that she's like, no, I don't do that. And she's extremely psychic, extremely intuitive, clairvoyant, amazing. So it's not like you gotta be water fasting to have the intuition turned on all the way. I've seen people whose intuition is turned on very, very high level, and yeah, they're eating not a diet that I would want to be eating. So I think, using that discernment of what serves love right now, and also realizing that, if you're feeling excess physical energy you need to burn off and move out, express, that's a wonderful, exercise, right? Channel that energy into a creative project. Channel that energy into loving service to someone else, into doing your life purpose. That's energy for you to then be able to use. Okay, that's energy for you to be able to use. And recognizing that food is only one form of energy that we have available to use. That Reiki, for example, these non-physical energies that are infinite, like these are ways to be getting energy as well. What else did I want to say about that? Yeah, I think it's good to have a solid eating plan so that you're not binging. Absolutely, like, not water fasting into eternity. Have something that's workable and realistic. And also understanding that if you're feeling these deep feelings of depression, rage, and survival fear, this is what's circulating in the human collective right now. This is what's being dished out, on the buffet line of all the fear propaganda that's coming through on all kinds of places. Okay, this is what's being served out. And all these higher frequency energies are just as plentiful right now. And so it's really a matter of, something like a Reiki attunement helps attune to the higher frequencies, and then consciously intending to be attuning and focusing on love, being loving in thoughts, in words, in deeds, in loving service to others. Thinking about what is the win to the win, like Tina and I talk about. What is the win-win for me? The win-win for me and others, for me and all beings, for me and the world, like finding that win to the win. Really inviting in that consciousness. And I know you have Reiki, the person who asked this. So using Reiki when you're feeling those feelings of depression, rage, and survival fear, those are indications that's like, hey, turn on Reiki. And you know ways to do that. So just activate Reiki whenever you're feeling those feelings. And then as far as the bliss and loss of control, Reiki also helps with this. Reiki helps, with that surrendering to something higher and cultivating feelings of bliss. Of course, when, you're in the energy, whether it's an invocation that I'm sharing or a Reiki session with a healer or a self-Reiki session, that's a great way to be feeling the bliss and safely, allowing that control to fall away, that need to control. Reiki is a really great teacher of how to receive these higher frequency energies, and how to let go of that control in that way, and trust, and it will teach that over time. It's a process. Blah 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 blah. And one of the great things about holy fire too is that it will increase those feelings of safety and security. All right, so we got Priscilla says, I hope that answers that question. My dear Reiki student, friend, Reiki family, Reiki brother. Priscilla says, how do you get to know your spiritual guides on a deeper level? Well, Reiki. Reiki! I know it's like what I keep talking about, but it's true. That's what helped me a lot. I mean, I was introduced to them when I was a kid, because I'm an only child. I didn't have a lot of times I didn't have a brother and sister to be playing with. I was hanging out with the animals, and I was hanging out with my non-physical friends. So often our guides introduce themselves to us when we're little kids. And then they can come back in, an energy healing session, in a Reiki session, in a Reiki class. They'll often come back in touch with them. And also, I think, thanking them really helps, too. If you have an idea that you have a guide in particular, being like, thank you, Archangel Michael, or thank you, Jesus, or thank you, Krishna, and inviting those guides to be like, Krishna, please be guiding me and healing me on my journey. Help me to surrender more fully and completely to God's love. Help me to be doing, what I'm here to do. You could be doing prayers like that, asking for, giving them permission to help you, because the spiritual guides that you want to work with, in my humble opinion, are the ones who are respecting free will. They are of such a high level of consciousness that they are respecting free will. These are the good guys, so to speak, the light of the light. And they need permission. You may have heard, your angels need permission to help you, or your spirit guides need permission to help you. This is true, okay? In the same sense that Reiki's not going to go to someone who doesn't want Reiki, because Reiki respects free will. So if you know you have certain guides, they're already helping you. Okay, that's the first thing. To like become aware of that and trust that. And even like be aware that times in your life where maybe you were in a dangerous situation and it could have ended up being a lot worse, recognizing, be like, that was my guides having my back. You know, that's a powerful awareness to have. So thanking them for what they've been doing. And then you can even be, I like to write, okay? Y'all are asking me how? Get a notebook. Get your rainbow pens out. Make a pretty page. And write your prayers down. I like writing. I like to write. You know, pray however you want to pray. And, you know, ask however you... But this is my way to be cultivating that spiritual connection with my guides. You know, you can say, like, I give my permission. Let's say you're working with Jesus. I give my permission to Jesus to help me with X. I give my permission to Jesus to heal me and guide me so I may be aligned with the highest good of all. I give my or you can be like, Jesus, comma, please, you know, and whatever the request is. And that really helps, giving the higher ups you know, specific permissions, because there's a whole complex too of like, oh, I can't ask for stuff, like I don't deserve it. Well, that's not true. In my opinion, that is not true. The way the universe is working, we're actually needing to ask to give these higher powers, these higher beings, permission to be helping us humans, because free will is a thing. Free will is a thing. So these are all good ways. Let's see if anybody's saying. Okay, yeah, Priscilla's saying thank you. Yeah, that's a beautiful way to, yeah, receiving Reiki session, Reiki class. Come take a class with me. You know, one of your intentions can be to meet your guides. Will it happen in the class? Maybe. It's happened for me in classes. It's also happened to me after classes. So if that's a really strong intention you have, chances are it will happen. But it's going to be in divine timing. So it might not be, you know, Priscilla's timing of like by noon tomorrow, but it'll happen. It's just, you know, divine timing, and like being patient and trusting in the meantime that like they are helping. Thank you, and keep asking. And also becoming aware. This is a good one. Be thorough with your prayers. That's why I'm always writing things down. Asking that you be aware when your guides are helping you, that you become aware of when your prayers are being answered, okay? Because that's one of the things I've noticed too in working with intentions and having specific requests, that they are met, y'all. They are met. They are always met. But a lot of times the form is completely different. Like we might have an idea about how that's going to drop in, how that's going to look, how it's going to feel, what exact form it's going to take. But often the blessing, the answering of the prayers, the support from the guides is taking a form that we're not capable of envisioning or thinking of, because they're, you know, infinite quantum, you know, full on awareness. They can do whatever, you know, their ideas, their mind is, you know, it's much bigger than what little mind can see, you know. Oh, I have this prayer for a fruit that's just gonna be one apple, when like the guide is like, nah, like here's the orchard, right? Like here's the apple orchard. They're often thinking a lot bigger, and yeah, it's just, it can come about in more unexpected ways. So asking to be aware when those requests, when those prayers are being answered, very, very handy. And that's a skill. Over time, become more aware of like, oh, that was my spirit guide helping out. Oh, that was, Jesus was behind me when we were doing the invocation, or like, oh, Jesus was helping in the session, or, oh, Krishna was just giving me Reiki. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you become aware of these things more over time and perceive, like, I'm like, oh, like I had this intention about understanding mental illness and the cure of mental illness. And it's like, well, you already had the solution and this is how it works better. Spoiler alert, you can learn that one in Reiki too. It is the mental emotional symbol, and there are specific applications of that symbol that are really, really helpful for mental illness. There are more symbols that help with that, but that one gets the whole process going. Big time, big time. Thank you, Evan. The shirt I need to talk about is actually Crystal Bay. Crystal Bay? Yeah. We met them yesterday, me and Tina. We went to a farmer's market and a maker's market in Sebastopol. And there was this beautiful mother-daughter duo who was selling crystals. And y'all, they had a beautiful collection. They have a beautiful collection. They're on Instagram. I think it's this. Like the creator something, gosh, I can't remember. She gave me her card, but it's not over here. But yeah, Crystal Bay is their company, and they just had an absolutely beautiful collection, and I will shout them out in a post so y'all can, like, if you want to know who they are, get a cool t-shirt. She actually gave it to me. Like, that's how cool they were. She gave me one and Tina one, and yeah. Priscilla, you're up here too? That's crazy. Yes, I'm in Northern California. Yes, indeed. Yes. Where are you? Where are you, my dear? Yes. Sebastopol. Yeah, it was so cute. It's so cute. Yeah, go to the Makers Market. Y'all can meet Crystal Bay. She also goes to the gem shows. She goes to Tucson and Denver gem show, and she'll actually do personal shopping for people. If you give her a budget and you say, like, I want Amazon night or Spirit Quartz or whatever, she will actually do the shopping for you. But y'all, I really want to go to a gem show. I've been wanting to go to a gem show for a long time, but I think this year might be the year where I'm like, we're doing it. Santa Rosa, nice. Yeah, I went there the other day. I've been there a couple times. Yeah, if I go that way, I'll let you know. Again, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Yeah, we should talk though, Priscilla. We should definitely talk. Intuitive shopping. A gem fair here this summer. Cool. In Santa Rosa. The big ones I know are Tucson and Denver, but yeah, Northern California, I feel like there should be some big ones. Because crystals are a lot of fun. What can I show y'all? I got this one at One Love. I actually got a really cool product. It is an oil. It's like jojoba and coconut and a few other oils, almond. And the lady from Florida there, she ground up crystals for each chakra and put them in the oil, so that you put this oil on yourself and it's like putting the crystal into your skin to be absorbed. And we had another Tina had a very brilliant idea about what else to do with that oil, but I'm not going to say it because that is going to be like a TM copyright at Tina and Tay's future holistic endeavors, which I can't talk about. Tucson would be a drool fest. What do you mean? The crystals? Drooling over the crystals? Yeah. I know, it's like I start talking about crystals and I'm like, baby. Like, she calls me. Little angel aura up here. Yeah. All right. Y'all let me know if y'all have other questions. Otherwise, I will answer. I got one about, can we do an enema on a period? Yes. Again, ask yourself the question, will an enema serve love right now as I'm on my period? And if the answer is yes, then there's no reason you can't do an enema. Like, you're expelling from a different hole. Like, there is no problem. There's no problem. In fact, when you're on your period, like your menstruation, that's when your body is shedding lining. It's releasing what is no longer needed. This would be a great time if it's feeling like it serves love. This would be an opportunity to be also letting go, of anything that may be stuck in the bowel, in the large intestine. So I would say, if you're feeling guided to do an enema on your period, take advantage of that and do it. Do it. Yes, Evan, this is being recorded. It is going to be it'll be on my IGTV, and I'll put it on YouTube too, Taylor A. Norris, where I need to start. I've got to get in the flow, y'all. My first thing was like to get on the weekly Reiki Zoom flow. And then I also want to be doing like a weekly live either on Instagram or YouTube. So if y'all aren't subscribed to me over on YouTube yet, please do so. It's just Taylor A. Norris. That link is in my bio. Yes. Priscilla says she loves the whole asking if it will serve love, going to start doing that. Yeah, it really like clears things up. It can really clear things up and like really drop it in. Make it simple. As simple as it can be in this world of a lot of stimulation, a lot of things going on. All right, I got another question about, does breastfeeding and high carb, low fat, raw vegan delay periods? And I wasn't sure if this person is on here, Darling, who asked about breastfeeding and high carb, low fat. Does it delay periods? Are you talking about, I don't really understand the question. It's like, if you're on a high carb, low fat lifestyle and you're breastfeeding a child, will it delay your own periods, or will it delay the periods in, if it's a little girl as she grows up? Like, is that, I don't know which one you're asking. And, I want a disclaimer. I've never had a baby before. So I don't have personal experience with practicing this lifestyle while breastfeeding. I know, hey, Ona, I saw you pop on, darling. If you have experience with that, if you're here and you want to share something in the comments, or if anyone here watching has experience with breastfeeding and practicing a low-fat, raw vegan diet and how that affected your periods, please share. I've shared in other places that I actually don't menstruate. Like, I actually don't bleed. I popped out, and like I popped out. Like, I was born and I didn't have a period. I didn't get a natural period. Like most girls, it's like different ages. It's like super young now that everybody's eating like hormone injected chicken tenders from McDonald's and whatnot. But yeah, my friends were all getting their periods. I got all the way to 17 and I didn't have a period yet. And I actually didn't get a period until I started doing birth control pills, and that's not a real period. And so yeah, I'm not someone who really has a period, and that was before I was even vegan. When I was a kid, I was not vegan. I was not raw vegan. I was eating, standard American diet, all kinds of meat and fish and eggs and milk and, and fruits and vegetables. I was eating a lot of like home cooked food, but I was eating like the full range of food, and I did not get a period. So I would think that maybe if you're like me, in that maybe you got your period really late, or you have a tendency towards being irregular already, and then you come to a vegan lifestyle or a low-fat raw vegan lifestyle and you lose your period, this could just be a, further manifestation of already you have this tendency to not be bleeding, and that maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, if the rest of your health is good and, you're not like severely underweight or something like this. Like, I'm not talking about little tiny, like, 60-pound girl who's lost her period. That is a different story than someone who's at a healthy weight, eating enough food, and is not having a period. So, yeah, I'm sorry I can't really answer that question from personal experience, but I think periods and high carb, low fat, raw vegan, they change. I've heard a lot too from other women that maybe the cycle becomes a lot lighter and like not painful and actually much easier. And then I've also heard from other women who are low fat raw or low fat, vegan, high carb, and they have no period too. And yet they're still like at a healthy weight, otherwise healthy. So to not, to just kind of, again, really be in tune with where you're at, how's the overall picture of your health, and where a period falls into that, I think can be very different depending on you, on your constitution, on even the age of your soul and what your life purpose is. Like, okay, I'll share this. I had a very cool experience with like a womb healer lady in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. And I told her that about my period, and she said, well, maybe, you're just like a grandmother soul who came in and like you were not meant to be having, a period and being super fertile and having a lot of children. And I was like, yeah, yes, I think that's kind of the sense I'm getting, is that like I'm very old soul. I'm here to be in loving service, and I'm not necessarily doing the loving service of being a mother, like producing my own children. Like I'm here to be like a mother figure to other adults, empowering and nurturing other adults, and also empowering and nurturing, children, and like teaching them magic, actually. So yeah, it can actually be at a soul level, issues around this like women's health, which I think is very, very interesting, and I can definitely explore more if y'all are interested in that. Any other questions from y'all, please drop them in the chat. I had another good one. Someone asked, if the universe delivers the exact sign I asked for, but a day later, should I listen? What do y'all think? The universe delivers the exact sign I asked for, but a day later, should I listen? I say, yes. 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 As I was saying before, sometimes, just little Taylor time is not the same thing as divine timing. And like artificial deadlines and stuff that we impose on certain things. Like, I expect that this is done, tomorrow, that I'm, in God consciousness, fully embodied by tomorrow at 11 a.m. Probably not gonna happen, right? Like, all in divine timing, all in divine timing. This is one of the things for having certain prayers and intentions, like, really, being humble and understanding that we need to be patient and in divine timing. And that's like part of being human in a body, in a material world, in like a denser world. This is actually like a good thing. Like, we wanted that. So like also becoming aware of like we wouldn't be here as humans if we didn't want to work with those specifications of reality. Like, that's a cool little switch to have. But yeah, really, I say listen to it. And I also say there are ways to get aligned with divine timing. And what I've discovered in my work with Reiki is that the 4 Usui symbols are excellent for aligning with divine timing. It's like the recipe for alignment with divine timing. How helpful is that? Okay, so you get the first 3 in your Reiki 2 training, and then you get the 4th one in your Reiki Master training. And I teach all of those classes in September and November if you want that. But I found those 4 together really empower divine timing, as well as, I talked about this too in my free video mini course that I offer, I did a video on the flower of healing, which is one of the Reiki symbols I channeled at the frequency of harmonic creation. And all of those symbols are getting in touch with nature and becoming a conscious co-creator of nature, which is always harmonically creating. And actually attuning our awareness to the natural cycles of the body, like if you're a woman, your moon cycle, okay? The natural cycles of daylight and darkness, the natural cycles of the seasons, you know, the solstice we're about to be upon, the equinox, the changes of the seasons, as well as we have these events, you know, all the time the moon is in her cycle, like the actual moon. I don't mean like your menstruation, but those two, if they're connected, this is a very good thing. And there's so much more you can say about that. There's the new moon cycle and the full moon cycle, the white moon and the red moon cycle. It's very fun, very cool. So turning our awareness to it, at the very least, like the new moon and the full moon. Get it? Like new moon is the dark moon, full moon is the light moon. We can really gain a lot. And the astrology, actually tuning into, like, that's kind of like your galactic weather forecast. That's how I'm looking at, you know, I'm interested in the weather forecast of like where I am on planet Earth, but what I've really started being interested in is like, what is the galactic forecast? Like, what is going on in the stars? Because this stuff is influencing us. You know, what are the major changes that are happening on the whole Earth, not just what's the weather in exactly where I am in Northern California. What are the big changes happening to the Earth, like the North Poles and different things, as well as what's happening in the galactic weather forecast, aka astrology, which is having an impact on us. So becoming aware of these natural cycles, starting in the own body, but also, you know, manifesting outward into Earth and astrology, if it speaks to you. Obviously, it's not going to speak to everyone. That's fine. But tuning into any of those cycles will really help with the divine timing. Really help with the conscious alignment with divine timing. So here's another thing I've come aware of is like divine timing. It's always in divine timing. It's always in divine timing. But for us to be consciously like aligning with it so that it's like, oh, like, yeah, this is the time to flow, you know, to move on from where I am in NorCal, or like to move on from Hawaii or whatever kind of time. Oh, this is the right time to be launching the course, or like going into town, or drinking my juice. All right. It's really nice to be like consciously aligned with it. But again, it's always already happening in divine timing. It's kind of a mind trip. Dancing River 888. Loving when we in the natural flow of life. Yes, divine timing. Go on Instagram and you are life. Yes, divine timing. Oh, I'm feeling so much love from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the more we can consciously align with divine timing, it's like that, friends, is when life feels like magical. When it's like, oh my God, we're having the full moon, full super moon, lunar eclipse, and all of it is about completions. And I'm literally leaving Hawaii right now. I'm like completing that chapter. And I just completed my Karuna Reiki Master, and I just completed my first ever online Reiki class, which made me a true Reiki Master. And it's exactly aligning, like literally, y'all, when I was flying over the ocean from Hawaii to San Francisco, the lunar eclipse was happening in the freaking sky. I was like, oh my God, like that's when you can really start becoming aware of the magic of life. Like it really, really, really drops in. So really, I encourage y'all all, like, if you feel called to be paying attention to moon cycles or any kind of cycles in nature, it can really start like, wow, I'm a part of nature. And it all becomes much more magical and fun. Yes. My favorite spiritual books. Oh my gosh, y'all. So I'm at Tina's right now, and her bookshelves, my Lord, she has so many good ones. One she has over there is Autobiography of a Yogi. That's a great one. I read so many when I was in India, and at the monastery. I'm trying to think what I was reading. I like, for those of you who are vegan or interested in veganism, World Peace Diet. This I would consider a very profound spiritual text, really making the connections about how compassionate eating like is a big deal and would like change the world. You know, like it really changes your consciousness. My spiritual awakening is very much interconnected with my choice to go vegan. Like it all like was happening at the same time. So the World Peace Diet, I love. Autobiography of a Yogi, I love. What else? All my Reiki manuals. Oh my God, I love those. Those are spiritual texts for me. I've got 3 Reiki manuals. You get one when you take each class. When you take Reiki 1 and 2, you get a Reiki manual. When you get Reiki Master, you get a manual. And when you get Karuna Reiki Master, you get a manual. And y'all, eventually I'm going to develop my own, like, with the 8 symbols I channel, and probably make a manual with that, which will be my new favorite spiritual text. Let's see, what else? What else do I really like? Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. That's a great one. That's a great one. I love Pema Chodron's books. I really, she's a Buddhist nun. One of the few like fully ordained Buddhist nuns, because they make it so hard for women to get ordained in the Buddhist tradition, unfortunately, or fortunately. Ani Pema Chodron, When Things Fall Apart, and really anything she's written, they're all really great. She really, really inspired me at a time when I was like, I want a female teacher, a meditation teacher. She really inspired me. I actually got to receive teachings with her in person too. And she's the real deal. She was like, here, I'm just going to throw this glimpse of enlightenment out to y'all. Anybody catch that? I was like, I got it! She's amazing. Her books are really, really good. World Peace Diet, you're getting that one. Awesome. What else? I'm reading several right now that I haven't completed. I'm reading a lot about Jesus right now. I've been reading about Jesus because he's been very close with me in my healing work and my Reiki work. What else am I reading right now? Yeah, I've loved books on like mindfulness and Buddhism. And then, yeah, now Reiki. I've got another book I need to read here. I'll show y'all what I got. So this is Reiki manual. And yeah, these are ones where like I've read and reread these, and now I'm teaching out of them, so I'm understanding what's in here more and more. These I love. This is the Karuna Reiki manual here. They're all different colors, which is also fun. And they're so practical, because y'all, that's the thing about spirituality. It's like you need to study and get the education and everything, but it's about the practice. You know what I mean? I was reading about Buddhist Dharma and meditation for like forever, it seemed, before I actually anchored in like a daily meditation practice. And guess what? When I finally started meditating, so much more happened. So it's important to be balanced with that study and with that practice. And that's why I love these manuals, because it has like theory and information, and then it has so much, I've got things bookmarked in here because there's actual things to do to like put the theory into practice and start. I'm all about y'all direct experience, actually having these experiences of truth for yourself and like coming to understand the truth for yourself. This is my next book I'm going to read on Reiki, a modern Reiki method for healing, because this guy studied with Usui Sensei, who was the guy who received Reiki on Mount Karama in Japan almost 100 years ago. And I'm going there next year for the 100th anniversary. I'm so stoked. Yeah, this one I'm going to read next. And then Tina gave me this book because I'm like super into Jesus. Yeah, Love Without End, Jesus Speaks. This is like this woman, Glenda Green, had conversations with Jesus. Like, he came to her. She was creating a portrait of him, and like they started like connecting, you know, intuitively, and she was like seeing him and hearing him and asking him questions, and he answers all her questions in that book. So I'm really excited to read those. But yeah, I would say also, like, go read things that you're drawn to, If you're like, I really want to learn about Ayurveda, go study Ayurveda. If you really want to learn about Reiki, go study and like see intuitively like what books are calling to you, you know. Try to think of others. I've read so many, and I think, yeah, it's good to just kind of read a lot too, you know. It would be good to just read a lot of different ones, because I've read so many and like they all impacted me, but like, you know, I'm like, right now I'm like, actually, did it matter? I can't even remember them, but they did impact me. I think it's like trusting that. Let's see if Tina has anything else over here I've read. Eckhart Tolle, he was new. Early on my journey, very early on my journey, I read, let me see. This one. I read all of his books, but yeah, A New Earth, Awakening Your Life's Purpose, and then The Power of Now, like that's his super famous one. Yeah, all of those books are really, really good. Yeah, I'm spacing there right now. So interesting. Yeah, I was super into Dharma for a while. I was super into Ayurveda for a while. Now I'm like really, really into learning everything I can about Reiki, and then astrology too. And I'm also into learning on like in courses too. So it's like really courses and experience and living teachers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm super nerd. Priscilla, you're asking about books. I'm assuming you're very into studying too. So always what I found in my education path is like, be reading something, be doing video, be doing a course, like be having the direct experiences, and keeping a journal, like keeping track. And this is a great way to be doing the continuing education of life. Yes. Let's see. Y'all are having beautiful comments. My favorite music to create and move on when you wake up. All right, Dancing River 888. I got a playlist on Spotify. What am I called on there? I think it's just my name. Taylor Ann Norris on Spotify. It's the same picture as my Joyful Raw Life one. I got a playlist called Reiki Music, and it's got a bunch of songs on it that I like for yoga, for Reiki, for driving in the car, whenever. But I'm like super like conscious about what music I listen to, and I'm only interested in listening to music that's raising my vibration. You know what I mean? Like, it's if I'm listening to a song it's about like cigarette smoking, drinking beer on the weekend, having sex with girls, it's like, I'm not, no, we're not listening to that. We're listening to things that I'm like, you know, like elevating the consciousness, or like taking me on like a shamanic journey, or making my heart blast open. Like, this is what I'm tuning into. So that I don't listen to any of the music hardly. I like classical too, because that's pretty, I mean, some of that can be dark, but like classical is amazing. I love Beautiful Chorus. Check them out. They have a lot of great stuff. I love Sarah Brightman. Not all her music, but some of it I really, really like. Yeah, I have a lot of classical on here. I love certain shamanic type, like plant medicine songs, like shaman songs, but I have to be careful with those, because if it's just like ayahuasca, I'm like, this is not, you know what I mean? It's like true shamanic, like non-plant medicine. there are some in that genre I really like indigenous music. Okay, I'll talk about this. What's his name? I saw him at freaking One Love Fest. It was so funny earlier this year. I'm gonna mispronounce it. I can't say his name. Parangi, Parangi, something like that. He's amazing, and he's got like indigenous world music, and he's got one album with his partner Ashley Klein where she's doing voiceovers as he plays all this amazing world music. It's like shamanic music. It's music that it's like it's taking you on something like a plant medicine journey, but you don't need to be on plant medicine. Like it's just it's like Icaros, if you're familiar with that. It's like really deep, like transformative, drop you in your body kind of into a trance state music. It's really wonderful. But he's got an album. Let me see if I can find the it's like guided meditation or something. Something so simple. But yeah, it's the one where it's like guided meditation featuring Ashley Klein, Parangi. I'll type his name in the chat so you'll have it, because I'm probably butchering it. Parangi. His music is rad. Just rad. Some of it is a little ayahuasca, but it's not over the top, you know. Yeah, those are some examples, but yes, y'all can find me on Spotify and follow my Reiki list. I like Alexa Sunshine Rose. She's really good. Yeah. What else is standing out? Yeah, another one. Why do these people have such hard to say names? Peia. Peia. I like her. My massage therapist friend introduced me to her. So yeah, lots of good jams. But yeah, using discernment, because if I find that when I listen to music, if I'm listening to music I listen to like in high school or college, like even if the music, Radiohead for example, like good band, good music, great musicians, but what that music, when I hear it, reminds me of is being in high school, being in college, and being like dark and lost and like feeling sad and like drinking a lot and doing drugs. So if you have music, realize it's freaking time travel technology. Okay, it's quantum. So being careful with that. If you're not wanting to be repeating patterns of the period that the music is taking you back to, don't listen to it. Okay? Because it can drop you into that similar state of mind and frequency. I mean, music is vibrational healing, or it's vibrational lowering your vibrational. So really checking in with yourself about the music. Is this raising my vibration or lowering it? Like, am I feeling more love and more expanded, or am I feeling more like constricted and contracted and kind of like I'm being programmed or brainwashed? And make your choice accordingly. Dancing River 88 says, I just love your joyful, magical spirit. So much a blessing to be in your energy. Thank you, darling. Radiant, sparkle, and full bloom. Thank you for being you. It is my pleasure. Priscilla recommends putting a book list on my profile. I will keep reflecting on that one. And because I know it's like right now I'm like, it's like I've never read. The problem is actually the opposite. Like, I've read so much. Okay, here we go. Book list. You want a freaking spiritual book list? Harry Potter. No, I'm not kidding. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I was reading so much Buddhist Dharma when I was living at a meditation center and at a monastery. But at the same time, I was reading Dharma books. I was reading like serious Buddhist texts, Shambhala Buddhist texts, Tibetan Buddhist texts, Tibetan shamanism texts. I was also reading the Harry Potter series. And y'all, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Priscilla says, for some reason, hypnosis has been calling me, and books on opening the door to the heart. Go there. Go there. Yeah. I don't listen to radio. Can I post the album? Yeah, I posted Parangi. Thanks so much. Just love music. World music. Yeah, world music is amazing. Yes! You create music. Do you have it on Spotify? Can I listen to your music? That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, music is phenomenal, but recognizing its power and like what it's doing is really, it's like, whoa, okay. And you can use the music. Let's say you're feeling low vibe, but you can turn on high vibe music. Like if I turn on, Beautiful Course, they have like some mantras that are like mantras of daily life. I often use these in my stores. It's like, really, really simple ones. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your blessings. Your blessings are what I need. Something like that. It's like, it just drops me into that gratitude vibration. Or like, she's got one that's like, be here now, be here now. And it's just that on repeat. And it's like, if I'm all like blasted off everywhere, it's really like grounding. So you can use medicine. You can use the music as medicine, as a way to be coping, with hard feelings, if it's the right music, rather than, let's say you're feeling pain and then you flip on songs that you listen to when you're sad that just lower your vibration. Guess what that's gonna do? Just, continue the lowering of the vibration. Yes, please let me know when the album is shared. I would love to listen. Yes. All right, let's see if I have any other questions. If y'all have any other questions, let me know. I think that was it. We've gone for so long. I'll do a card reading if y'all want, though. Let me know if you want me to pull a card. These are all Tina's decks here. She has so many. She has so many decks, and they're awesome. So y'all just let me know if you want to pull a card. I'll do it. I've got yes. We've got a yes. We've got a yes in the house. I've got 2 different decks. We've got the Vision Quest Tarot. This is what it looks like. Yeah, that's what that is. It's not in the right box. But yeah, this one is really nice. I don't think I've pulled one of these. These are Native American Wisdom Tarot. And then I've also got her medicine cards. Just like lightning bolt. Yeah, that's the right combo. So we will do that. So if y'all want to yourself, you can ask a question. You know this one? You have this deck? That's really cool. So those of you who are like, what the heck is she doing? I'm just clearing the energy from the deck. And I'm like intending that Reiki really guide this reading. If you have a particular question you're wanting to answer, you can, think of a question. What I always like to do is be like, what do we need to know right now? What would be the most useful for me, for those who are watching live, for those who are seeing this later on? What is like the message that all of us can really benefit from? What do we all need to be tuning into? Do one more. I love shuffling. Reminds me of playing cards like as a kid. What message do we all need right now? Use this space here. Oh, these are really nice cards. They're like sliding really good. All right. Okay. What message do we need right now? Check it out. It's like not a card. I don't think that's the one, y'all. That was the one I needed to remove from the deck. That's funny. I was like, this doesn't belong. What message do we need? This one? Ooh, I like this one. Y'all check this out. Is she not gorgeous? And with that hawk? Or was that an eagle? Looks like an eagle or an owl. And she's got teepees in the background. Mother of air. Y'all just let that sink in and see what comes to mind when you're seeing that. For me, it's like, this is like where I am. This is like where I am, actually. I'm on like super medicine land. And yeah, feeling a bit like this. And then yeah, it looks like eagle is here really helping. And then even the clouds are looking like an eagle. Y'all see that yellow one? Got like a beautiful sunset energy, like end of day, end of cycle. I think this is a really good solstice card. It's like the end of winter and spring. And then like we've got the summer coming. Yes, an eagle is like this higher vision, this bird's eye perspective. Yes, seeing things clearly and holding ground on sacred ground. Realizing that the ground we are on is sacred, wherever we are. You know, even if you're like in the most city of the city in a concrete apartment building, like the ground that apartment is on is sacred because it's on earth. It's on earth, and earth is a beautiful, sacred, amazing planet to be on. I love all the rainbow colors. It looks like kind of ocean in the background. No, it's mountain. That's the sunset. Yeah, it looks like there's mountains back there. There's teepees. I think this is very like community oriented too. Like this is tribe, soul tribe coming together. Yeah, and like having that vision, like Dancing River was saying, like looking with that intensity of like looking to the future. Yeah. Let's see what the booklet says. She's really in her power too. I'm feeling that. Oh my gosh, yes. How do they organize this? Oh, it's like, okay, so the elements are, that's so cool. I don't really do tarot, but I love to play with cards whenever I have the chance. Mother of air. I can't find it. We're on water. There it is. Okay, Mother of air. Mother of air. All right, this is what it says. Yes, feeling my soul sister's tribe, celebrating life and giving thanks. Yes. Exactly what we're doing here. Mother of air, in essence, self-awareness, intelligence, inspiration, self-respect, confidence, inner strength, clarity, creativity, courage. Yes. Inner message. This image depicts your strength to be who you truly are. Not who you are supposed to be, should have been, or what others would like to make you become. Your self-confidence has been awakened. With it, awakens the courage to drop your mask once and for all. This is the only way to return to your own inner center. Outward manifestation. You have the intrinsic courage to express yourself with unmistakable clarity and to take your rightful place in life. This doesn't mean pushing anyone out of your way. It means collaborating. You are learning to be more kind to yourself, no longer trying to please everyone else fast. Thus, you disengage from preconceived ideas and the prejudice you may have bought into. Unification consciousness. Now you are recognizing your absolute worthiness. Just begin to behave accordingly. By respecting yourself, you are showing others how to treat you. If you honor and take care of yourself, other people will respond in kind. Yes. This is why I feel like I'm always saying this, but yeah, it matters so much, us loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves and like nourishing this relationship with self, doing our own healing, our own work, treating ourselves like kings, like queens, like princesses, like gods and goddesses, treating our bodies like sacred containers, treating our minds like, you know, is the same. The mind can be said to be a sacred container as well. The soul is sacred. The spirit is sacred. Recognizing the sacredness of human life, recognizing the sacredness of earth. And you know, the more we recognize that sacredness and respect ourselves, others, and the earth, the more, yeah, that's going to be mirrored back to us too. You know, this is really how it works. This is really how it works. Priscilla says, I've seriously been struggling with what I'm supposed to do versus finding my life purpose. Yes. This is, yeah. This is a very common struggle. Very, very common struggle here on Earth, because we're being told so much to be a certain way. And anything that's not that way is like, well, you're doing it wrong, you know, and you should be ashamed of it. But the thing is, like, we all came here to be unique in our authentic selves and, like, not just fit the mold. Like, we're here to, like, make the mold into, like, what it actually is, which is accommodating all of us in our uniqueness, in our richness, in our differences, you know. And I think, Priscilla, you really like the Holy Fire Reiki in particular. Reiki itself, Usui Reiki, what he actually did, I don't know if you heard me talk about this already, I've said it many times, I'll say it many more times, but Usui, he went to Mount Karama praying for Anshin Ditsume. I always mispronounce that. It's either Anshin Ritsume or Anshin Ditsume, I can't remember. It's spelled one way and said another way. Anyway, he went praying for this kind of enlightenment that creates this upwelling of peacefulness and also this remembrance and recognition of one's life purpose. That's what he went on the mountain asking for. And he went for 21 days. He was fasting and not drinking or eating, and he was prepared to die or receive this enlightenment. And he wasn't going up there asking for Reiki. He was going up there asking for this. And what happened was, 21 days passed. And on the night of the 21st night, he was struck in the head. Like this energy came in through his crown, and it felt like he was struck by lightning. And he passed out. And he woke up the next day completely different, completely energized, knowing that he had received this enlightenment, like completely different awareness, consciousness, like, whoa, peaceful. He was so excited. He ran down the mountain. He stubbed his toe. He placed his hands on his toe like anyone would, and it healed instantly. And he realized that he had received the enlightenment, but he had also received this gift of healing. And he knew in that moment his life purpose was to be a healer and to train healers with this energy that he had received. So what I'm saying here is that literally, like, that's what Usui Reiki does, is help us connect with our life purpose. Which for some people, yeah, is teaching Reiki. But whatever it is, if it's like you're really a painter, or you're a fashion designer, or you're a yoga teacher, or you're a scientist or a botanist, or someone who's meant to be growing microgreens, or, you're a book author, like whatever, a specific kind of book author, right? It really empowers the Usui Reiki and then the holy fire energy coming together. It empowers our remembrance of this, of what our gifts and talents are and why we chose to come here in the first place. So really, really helps with that. So keep tuning in. I would encourage you, definitely sign up for my email list and come to one of my free Reiki events. to keep getting the energy, and it'll help you remember why you're here and heal those parts of us that, yeah, are really vulnerable to like the supposed to do programming. Yeah, Dancing River says, sacredness of life. We are life and feeling that beauty from within. Exactly. Speaking my truth is so liberating, and feeling fear is less. Is the freedom I cultivated this new cycle, and it completely changes my life. Yeah. Liberation is possible in this lifetime. Yeah, it really is. That's what I'm becoming aware of. It is. And it's infinite. So it's like we get liberated in this way, and then more and more and more, and it's the work of the whole lifetime and beyond that. It really is super quantum. So let's see, where did I put my notebook? I shut everything down. What else did I want to mention? Yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty complete. Been going here for like almost 2.5 hours. Oh my gosh. Turn on the camera and it never stops. So I think we will wrap up. I would just say, please y'all sign up for my to be notified what I'm doing with the Reiki, with the distant Reiki shares, and my free group healing offerings. It's a really great way to receive healing energy at no cost to you. I'm also giving one-on-one Reiki sessions, one-on-one holistic health coaching sessions, as well as teaching Reiki 1 and 2 and Master in September and November. So y'all, please let me know if you have any more questions, connect on the DMs. Definitely sign up to receive those emails and reach out if you're looking for, one-on-one session or to be a part of a class, an upcoming class. So I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Y'all, happy Uranus in Taurus square Saturn in Aquarius, okay? I love y'all, beautiful souls. Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Shine on. Shine on, my soul family, my soul tribe. Y'all are my soul tribe. That's what the card says. Love y'all. Bye.